Boom, stick to the plan, stay disciplined, get rewarded, welcome in, much love. Trav here, showing off probably my last Modern Masters draft. So if you want to level up your draft skills, I'm here to help. Went 11-1 in this format. Tomorrow going to San Antonio and then going to Mexico to compete in some Grand Prix. Really fun format, although super imbalanced. The plan is islands, and it's worked out. Again, 11-1. So hopefully you can use some of the stuff to win more at draft. Maybe you just like my energy. If so, check out my other channel, youtube.com/Travis Wu. So for the Magic players, you want to win more at draft. It's not for everyone. I personally like draft a lot. My win percentage in draft is way higher than anything else. I feel like it lets me minimize the variance. There's so many picks. It lets you really, it separates, I'm not going to say it separates the great players, the men from the boys, but there's nowhere to hide in draft. You can't net deck an insane all mythics deck, and there's a lot of skill to it. So let's walk through it. And again, first of all, you want to arm yourself in whatever you do with the right information. You don't want to have to spend your time testing everything. If you know that there's one better archetype or that there's a pick order, you should be studying that before you're even drafting. So you're in the right place watching this video. People haven't really done set reviews for this set, but I would tell you, in general, sets, sometimes there's one archetype that is way too good, and sometimes you want to stay open. So stick to the plan. A lot of the times the plan is stay open till what tables and move in. But in this format, the blue bounce is way too good. You have to force it if you want to win the draft. It's worked for me. There's been other people fighting me over for it. And we'll talk about how to cut the table off it and make other people quit out and give up. But the blue deck has Mistraven, Grasp of Phantasms, Jinrova Horror, Bounce, put on top, Bounce, discard, at common. You have Course Skyfisher, 2-mana, 2/3 fire, bounce at common. This Lockkeeper tap at common. Momentary Blink, bounce at common. Tandem Lookout, draw at common. Seagate, Attended Knight, Talon at common. Bounce at common, Flicker at common. You don't need any rares. This deck doesn't have any rare other than the Caller, which is a good but not broken card. So what beats that in this format? There's the Jund deck, anything slow and gets outvalued. Anything slow gets out-tempoed. The fast decks can't race fast enough because we have a lot of early creatures, and the control decks get ground out. If you're playing with auras, they're going to get put in the graveyard on top of your deck. If you're playing with tokens, then Mistraven and these commons go crazy against you. So Wizards made a fun format, but they messed up by making it imbalanced. So that's what I've been doing. And what you want to do when you're doing this is just cut it as hard as you can and hope that people give up and quit. And people are like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be in blue, and they wait. You just be sure from the start. It doesn't matter if the person to your right is in blue. It doesn't matter if the table is in blue, because you're going for 3-0 or not at all. It's always about, am I going to win the draft? So first pick, it's hard to even remember what I opened. I opened a Bonfire of the Damned. So stick to the plan, stay disciplined. I thought with the Bonfire, here's a card that rewards me from playing outside of Esper, and this will be a good splash card. And it was mostly red coming around at first, honestly. A Legionnaire, 2 Rampagers, I saw 2 Thranexes, Spike Jester, but I know that over 3 packs is going to even out. So I cut blue. I saw in white. I saw Skyfisher, picked that. I saw Lockkeeper, picked that. I saw an Oracle, I picked that. I saw a Knight, I picked that. Any sort of blue, I picked. And what happens with that is a lot of people will quit, and especially the people to your left who will hook you up in pack 2. I think pack 2 I got 2 Ravens, a Horror, and a Grasp. And that's the majority of my blue. Again, it looks like I have multiples of all the good commons, which I do because they're commons, and also because I was picking them over rares. Opportunity Draw 4. Banishing Stroke is a decent one. So it's been like all the other drafts. It's been really repetitive. Sometimes you find something that works, and you double down on it. So most of the games went like play a Lock Keeper, play a Sky Fisher, hook it up with Lookout. Most of the games, bounce your thing with Misthaven, put your thing on top with Grasp, bounce your thing with Dinrova Horror. Core Sky Fisher, pick up Misthaven, bounce your thing. Momentary Blink my Misthaven, bounce your thing. Flashback Grasp on top of your deck. I still have a Grasp, 2 Misthavens, 2 Sky Fishers, and a Deputy in my deck to combo with. So that's how the games went. I lost one game. I got very, very mana flooded, which is going to happen. I'm playing 17 with 2 Grasps to try to mitigate that. But I like to play a lot of lands. In this format, I'll often play as many as 19 with the Signets. And then beyond that, just curve out and win. So you've all seen that. This is like the 4th time I've made a video on this with the same archetype. But just to show you that it works, again, 11-1. I generally prefer, like, what's going to happen if there's a metagame is people will move in on blue, or at least try to move in on blue, and it'll get really crowded, and you'll only get 1 Misthaven, you only get 1 Horror, and you only get 1 Lookout. But I still think it's going to be better than the red decks, the Jund decks. Also important, I think a lot of you would splash the red cards. I would not splash the red cards because I didn't get the fixing. I only got these 4 gates, which came around late. And if you look at my mana, it's all white, blue. I'm splashing 1 Dinrova Horror. I took the Horror and abandoned red for it because there was a few pieces of fixing for it. So do you like getting mana screwed? I don't like getting mana screwed. That is often under your control and your power. So take control by having good mana. 2 colors, splash 1. This is a common mana base. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 9, 3 for 1 card only. Split even and a light splash. And no mana screw. I had mana flood in 1 game and mana screw in 1 game, which is generally about what you would expect over 8 games. I guess I lost 2 games. But you just try and, in Magic, you're trying to dodge lightning twice when you have a big edge and hope that doesn't happen twice in a match. Usually doesn't. Sometimes it does happen. And the key is just persistence. That's why no one wins 100% of the time. So, hope you found this entertaining, if not useful. I know it's not a real format, but if you draft in general, this should help a lot, especially the mana stuff, and especially the researching rather than doing it all yourself, and knowing what the best plan is and sticking to that plan can really increase your win percentage, save you from having to think about it. So, if you're really into this, this is super helpful. I do limited coaching, and we have a team network, and you can post a bunch of your drafts up, and we'll take a look and see what you're doing right, see what you're doing wrong, help you win more. Also, if you made it all the way to the end, I'm going to mail out these packs of Modern Masters to the first person to hashtag, comment, stick to the plan. I'm going to go to the post office and snail mail you some packs. So, much love. Hope you find this entertaining. And look forward to seeing you in the next draft format, Amonkhet, which is coming up. It should be pretty fun. So, I hope you enjoyed the series. If you did, make sure to leave a comment. And lots more will happen. Take care.